Torrance Lil Boosie Hatch has lived a life nothing short of beyond belief. Throughout surviving the treacherous trenches of Southside Baton Rouge, living with diabetes, beating a murder rap, and even knocking a cancer diagnosis into remission, he released a litany of remarkable albums and mixtapes that have solidified him as a Dirty South legend. All of this was done while sporting a taper so unique the style is now referred to as a Boosie fade. Today, Torrance is known for off-the-cuff comments that send social media into a frenzy, memeable phrases like, "Come on, man," and prescient insights like, "Most rappers get killed in their own city." But for today's episode of Culturalist Theory, we will rank the 13 official studio albums from Badazz to remind the world that Boosie is the mouth of the South.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was good.
Note, this list will not include any of his collaboration projects with partner in rhyme Webby. Now, without further ado, let's set it off. Number 13, Badazz 3.5. After Boosie's release from prison in 2014, he released numerous chart-topping mixtapes for 5 straight years. Hatch wrote over 500 songs during his incarceration and recovered hard drives filled with music seized by authorities. Despite this prolific output, Badazz 3.5 sounds like the dregs compared to In My Feelings or Thug Talk. Fans agreed, causing the album to go double copper and prompting Boosie to vent on IG Live. Released in 2019, it falls short compared to Talk That Shit and Badazz Zay, which both sound more worthy of an Atlantic Records rollout. The album suffers from poor mixing, a disjointed track list, and half-baked beats. However, Boosie still delivers street anthems, sentimental music, and club rockers with tracks like Ball, Lucifer, Thug Life, and Real Gangsta. Number 12, Goat Talk. 2019 seemed to be the year Hatch aimed to finish his major label obligations. Goat Talk, released in December, marked his final drop on Atlantic before going fully independent. With such a declaratory title, expectations were high initially, but the luster faded after multiple listens. Boosie kicks off with a rhetorical question on the bassy opener, listing his accolades and impact. The intensity continues with the Gangsta Party Big Bread featuring RG, B Will, and Mozzie, with Mozzie shining the brightest. One of the most provocative tracks is My Bad, where Torrance apologizes for influencing youth into crime and violence. Now, despite a strong start, the album's abundance of sentimental songs like Living, Caterpillar Turned Butterfly, and Real Personal lack energy, although tracks like The Way We Roll, Drugs, and I Want You managed to stand out. Number 11, Youngest of the Camp. Boosie's debut album, Youngest of the Camp, dropped in 2000 when he was just 17 years old, bringing the raw experiences of his youth in South Baton Rouge to life. As the youngest member of the concentration camp, Boosie stood out with his compelling verses on tracks like Outlaws and Boosie Anthem, earning early fans. Recorded in 3 days in Texas for his safety, the 13-track album showcases his early talent with standout tracks like It's Going Down, I Thought You Knew, and My Life. The beats bang, and Boosie's lyrics are authentic, reflecting the struggles and success of a dope boy. However, the album's dark spot is That Night, which glorifies domestic violence, tarnishing Boosie's underdog image. Overall, Youngest of the Camp is a solid debut that hints at greatness to come, even if it's not close to his best work. Number 10, Heartfelt. On his 12th studio album, Heartfelt, Boosie delves into survivor's guilt, remorse, love, loss, and social ills, delivering somber, reflective tracks. Released in 2022 alongside his memoir, Cross the Tracks, Boosie opens with Love All Gone, expressing paranoia and thoughts of betrayal. The interlude, Prayer for BR, features Boosie's sincere pleas for peace, setting a tone of public self-therapy. Tracks like Exotic for You and By the Ocean memorialize the dead, with Boosie contemplating his survival and losses. Despite showcasing his improved lyrical ability and versatility on songs like Great As I Am and My Flowers, Boosie's singing often distracts from the album's serious themes. The LP's slower pace and depressing motifs are occasionally broken by high-energy tracks like Withdrawals and I Don't Call Phones, I Call Shots, revealing Boosie's enduring influence on Southern gangsta rap. Number 9, Lines for Valentines. Boosie's 2023 release, Lines for Valentines, is his closest attempt at a concept album. Spanning 10 tracks, each song explores love and relationships from different angles over lush, piano-laden beats with evocative chords and electric guitar riffs. The album's transitions smoothly from track to track, making it an easy, repeat-worthy listen. Boosie tackles unrealistic beauty standards on Beautiful Portrait and Pretty Woman, while showing vulnerability on Nightmares of My Ex Valentine, revealing heartbreak that led to codeine use. Standouts include Love Letters from the Pen, vividly detailing letters from prison, and It Can't Be Done Without a Woman, celebrating women's importance in men's lives, echoing James Brown's It's a Man's World. Despite its cohesiveness, the album album suffers from Boosie's singing, which detracts from tracks like Put That Pussy On Me and I Knew, making it feel like a series of sketches rather than a full masterpiece. Number 8, Go Talk 3. For those disappointed that Youngest of the Camp or Heartfelt didn't rank higher, it's because these albums lean too far into one of Boosie's strengths while ignoring others. From 2021's Go Talk 3 onwards, the albums are more well-rounded. Go Talk 3, one of 3 projects released that year, stands out over Back to BR and Mississippi for its balanced approach. It offers high-energy gangster tracks like My 4, Standoff, and Check Your Attention. For club hits, Boosie delivers with Baton Rouge Bounce, Drive the Yacht, and Period featuring DaBaby, which earned Boosie a gold plaque. Reflective songs like Memory Lane, A Mother's Love, Throwing Salt, and Premonition reveal Boosie's emotional depth. The album's core includes ferocious tracks like Stay Dangerous, Hell's Angels, and Dead Homies. Now, despite weaker tracks like Pretty Girls and Weed and Gravity with mundane content and poorly sung hooks, Go Talk 3 is a solid, well-rounded album. Number 7, In-House. Boosie's distinctive rap voice deserves more recognition. In a genre where macho growls reign, Boosie's almost feminine whine cuts through booming beats with a commanding presence. His clear enunciation makes his voice even more striking. In-House, recorded during the 2020 lockdown, features Boosie vocals over minimalist instrumentals by Jit the Beast. The album's bare-bones production highlights Boosie's lyrical prowess with songs like Born and That Old Corner, where he offers coming-of-age reflections, and Close the Paper and Fame and Pain, which provides sharp socio-political commentary. Boosie delves into the motivations of robbers on Having Things and corresponds with an incarcerated friend on Letters from Donkey, both over subdued yet stirring beats. Little Bitty Town captures homesickness for Baton Rouge, while Meal Talk features a collaboration with Bun B and Gangsta Party with D. Rogers. The album includes adrenaline-pumping tracks like Ran It Up and Let Me Roll. In-House sets a benchmark for Boosie's capabilities, exemplified by Dope Music, a raw track about his rise through cocaine dealing, ending with the line, if a nigga say he go hard, he go Boosie. Number 6, Bupac. With 44 mixtapes, 7 collab projects, an EP, and over a dozen studio LPs, Boosie shares prolificness with his favorite rapper Tupac Shakur. Bupac is a double album that attempts to honor Tupac, though its ambitious title may set unrealistic expectations. The album does offer standout tracks like Don Dada, God Wants Me to Ball, and Different Cloth, showcasing Boosie's raw storytelling and emotional depth. However, the second half of the album falters with less engaging songs like I Testify and Get Me Outta Here. Boosie wears his heart on his sleeve with introspective tracks such as Webby I Remember and Me and My Mama. Now, despite its merits, Bupac peaked at number 38 on Billboard 200 and didn't achieve significant commercial success. Boosie himself acknowledged that the title might have been a mistake due to Tupac's iconic status overshadowing the album. Number 5, For My Thugs. Unrepentant, No Holds Bar, Raw. These words perfectly describe Boosie's sophomore project For My Thugs, released on Trill Entertainment after Camp Life Records CEO CeeLo got locked up. This album far surpasses his debut Youngest of the Camp, with Boosie rapping like a seasoned Southern vet at barely 20 years old. Tracks like Gangsta Shit and How You Feel showcase his gritty, belligerent style, while Listen Clear reveals his lyrical prowess. The standout track, My Nigga Then, features a trance-inducing synth and horn melody, with Boosie delivering meaningful and humorous lines. Collaborations like Headbuster with Pimp C further highlight Boosie's evolution as a dominant voice in gangsta rap. Despite its lack of chart success, For My Thugs is an excellent album for fans of dirty, gritty, southern gangsta rap. It only ranks lower because Trill ENT hadn't yet paired Boosie with Mouse on the Track, whose collaboration would later elevate his music to another level. Number 4, Incarcerated. Many songs on 2010's Incarcerated were leaked onto mixtapes around that time, like Gone Till December and The State vs. Torrance Hatch. Despite being more an agglomeration of loosies or a semi-finished record compiled due to Boosie's prison stint, Incarcerated still goes hard. The first track, Devil, sets the tone with Boosie going off on the judicial system and a fire Foxamillion feature. Boosie recalls his work on You Don't Know and offers genuine advice on Chill Out, reminiscent of E40. The Webby collaborations Betrayed and Long Journey are standout tracks, with heartfelt verses and raw emotion. While the album includes creative joints like Cartoon and smooth, freaky songs like Calling Me, it sometimes feels more like a Trill ENT showcase due to numerous features from artists like Little Fat, Little Trill, Big Head, Fox, and Webby. Despite these features, Incarcerated reached number 13 on Billboard 200, showing the enduring strength of his music. Number 3, Superbad. After his seminal Badass album in 2006, Boosie dropped 8 mixtapes before returning with the official studio LP Superbad in 2009. Superbad showcases Boosie turning his aggression, humor, and ability to turn pain into poetry up multiple notches over banging production. Tracks like My Avenue and Top Notch set the tone, but the album truly kicks off with the motivational Better Believe It featuring Webby and Jeezy. Boosie's raw energy continues on songs like Lord Have Mercy, I'm a Dog, and No Mercy, which pays tribute to C-Loke's classic Never Say Die. The album blends super gangster music with tracks for the ladies like Who Can Love You and party anthems like Loose as a Goose. However, unnecessary features from Trill Entertainment B tiers like Little Fat and Little Trill slightly detract from its cohesiveness. The powerful closer Mind of a Maniac dips into gangster horrorcore, showing the lasting impact of Boosie's struggles. Superbad was Boosie's most successful album at the time, reaching the top 10 on Billboard 200 and moving 50,000 units its first week, solidifying many tracks as fan favorites. Number 2, Touchdown to Cause Hell. Boosie had more career comebacks than Iced Out Chains, and his return in 2015 with Touchdown to Cause Hell was his most improbable. After narrowly escaping death row, Boosie dropped the biggest album of his career. The title was taken from a popular song on Badass Mixtape Volume 2. Now, while Touchdown lacks the overt get up and jig songs he's known for, it features some of his best writing and performances. Boosie spits with venom on Get 'em Boosie and recounts the injustice of his imprisonment on Window of My Eyes. The album contains beautifully tragic music like Mercy on My Soul featuring Jeezy, Black Heaven with Keisha Cole and J. Cole, and the somber closer I'm Sorry. It showcases a broken man piecing himself back together and marks a turning point in Boosie's career. The album features gym playlist staple like A Man with Rich Homie, the hit No Juice, and 2 standout Webby collaborations, On That Level and Hip Hop Parade. Boosie's storytelling shines on how she got her name, and he addresses racial injustice on Hands Up. Touchdown to Cause Hell was his most commercially successful album, selling close to 60,000 units its first week and received critical acclaim. It's a real, powerful album that remains underappreciated, though it doesn't surpass his cult classic next album. Number 1, Badass. Boosie's third album, Badass, is a testament to his rise from adversity, showcasing his unique blend of humor, raw emotion, and street wisdom. The album opens with the rousing When You Gon' Drop and quickly transitions to the anthemic Set It Off, displaying Boosie's hunger and intensity. Standout tracks like Going Through Some Things, Exciting, and My Niggas highlight his lyrical prowess and ability to resonate with listeners. The production, primarily handled by Mouse, complements Boosie's distinct flow and voice. Featuring collaborations with Webby, Pimp C, and Young Jock, Badass solidified Boosie's influence on Southern rap and became his only album to reach number 1 on Billboard's rap chart. The album's impact is evident in the music of contemporary artists like NBA Youngboy and Kevin Gates, who draw inspiration from Boosie's raw storytelling and authentic representation of the struggle. Badass remains a Southern classic, reflecting the resilience and spirit of the underdog who rose to stardom. Tell us, what do you think about Boosie's discography? Is it underrated? What's your favorite Boosie mixtape? Comment down below. You know we can't do Boosie without having Webby, so tap in next week for his albums ranked coming soon. Until then, it's your man CJ Williams for CT. I'm out.